The Libyan unrest has become the bloodiest of all of the Arab revolts so far. Out of all the leaders, Gaddafi's been the only one at this point to use such brazen force against his own people. What's he trying to achieve? Trying to instill fear, instill dissension among the protesters?
Well, he's a dictator, and dictator's job is to remain in power, especially him. He's been in power for 42 years. He's been abusive, no freedom. The economy, despite its richness with oil, has gone down. And that's why the people revolted against him. So he's going to try to remain in power, he and his children, by any means, unfortunately. He has no sense of history and no sense of love to his own people.
So you say he has no sense of history, he has no sense of love to his own people, but there are many that say that Libya is still very much a tribal country, and Benghazi is the second largest city in control of the opposition. So just how much longer do you think Gaddafi can just cling on to his own rule here?
Yes, obviously Gaddafi did not want to develop the entire country. It remained tribal. There are about 4, 5, 6 large tribes control vast area of Libya, which is unfortunate that he did not in 42 years do anything to develop the country. And the rebels are really in control in great part of East Libya, as well as Benghazi and the surrounding area. And there are some revolts in Tripoli itself. So I don't think he's in total control. And now he's bringing African mercenaries to suppress the people.
Well, let's talk about the broader scope here and bring Europe into focus. We've heard reports of up to possibly 300,000 North Africans flooding into Italy. What do you think Europe can do to try and control this refugee rampage?
Well, I think there is very little they can do. It's a human wave of people desperate to find a safe region. And those kind of instabilities are outcome of revolutions. And hopefully they will not last long, and they will ameliorate themselves once there's a stability in Middle East in general.
All right, now staying with the issue of Europe and that of the refugees, many people have expressed fears that refugees could further destabilize the situation in Europe. And this comes after weeks of the bloc's leaders crying that multiculturalism has failed. Now, how fair are these claims? What's the real danger of having thousands of Arab migrants in Europe, do you think?
I think there is some risk, but I don't believe it's very highly exaggerated, and European countries have been stable. There have been racial or ethnic strife every now and then towards immigrants, especially in southern France and in some part of Italy. But I don't think that will continue in a vast area of European countries. European countries can absorb some of those on a temporary basis, and once stability is prevailing in these countries, they should go back, especially in Tunisia. They should be able to, all of them, go back. Tunisia is now fairly on the road to stability.
All right, well, you say Tunisia is on the road to stability here, but let's get back a few weeks now. Egypt really was, as many say, the catalyst at the beginning of the domino effect of violence across the region. But when we look at Libya, do you think Gaddafi's violent hand against his own people could dissuade other uprisings in various countries in the region, do you think?
Well, I think the Arab countries in general, the Arab people, are finally revolting against those people who have caused them dignitary harm in addition to economic harm. Arabs have been under occupation for over 900 years by the Europeans, by the Byzantines, by the Ottoman Empire, and then the British and American. So they've had enough foreign occupation and suppression of their rights all these centuries, basically. And that makes sense, especially in the past 100 years. They have been under an incredible oppression by occupying force or by puppet government. And that's what you're seeing, is like water boiling and it's finally explode, and the lid has been thrown out of the kettle.
All right. Adil Shamu from the Baltimore-based Foreign Policy think tank, Focus think tank. Thank you very much.
Thank you.